Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Pro Wrestling Report. Primetime, be the booker. It's the Primetime Extra. Be the booker.
Oh,
because Primetime's tomorrow night.
Yes.
Survivor Series is this Sunday night. We're going to look at it match by match and talk about what might, should, could, would happen at the pay-per-view on Sunday from Indianapolis. We'll do that on Be the Booker, which starts right now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report. Be the Booker. Damian Nelson sitting alongside David Hero. And just last week, we were talking about Turning Point. Now it's time to talk about the Survivor. I was at Turning Point.
Did you have fun?
Indeed.
Did you
We're
enjoy
going to talk
yourself?
about that extensively on Primetime tomorrow night, or if you listen to the Turning Point post show. I did give my opinions on that episode as well. But be that as it may, Survivor Series this Sunday. It's always one of the favorite pay-per-views from WWE, coming to us from Indianapolis, Indiana. And let's go by it match by match, David Hero, where you do some fantasy booking, if you will, the way you, if you had the pencil, would have this pay-per-view go.
But instead, I have the green marker, which is the money picks.
And green does typically mean money. It also is the color of envy and jealousy. Antonio Cesaro, the United States champion, defending against R-Truth.
I'm not jealous or envious of any of this. Antonio Cesaro, he's been on the slow fast track for the WWE on the SmackDown brand. He's been rolling consistently. Now he's put into an upper mid-card match with R-Truth, one of the fan favorites, and Little Jimmy. This match is definitely being used to help elevate Cesaro, just show exactly what he can do with the very athletic R-Truth. But there is absolutely no way imaginable that R-Truth is going to leave Indianapolis, the U.S. champion.
Really?
Antonio Cesaro is going to keep hope alive and leave, retaining the U.S. title.
You say there's no chance Truth wins.
No chance.
Really?
None.
You don't think the title and Cesaro are, instead of being on an uphill climb, a little stale, a little stagnant right now? Maybe a little switcheroo would help?
No, because R-Truth does not need it. And really putting it on him, you know what? But for all we know, who knows where they book stuff lately? I mean, if you watch last week's Be the Booker, that was a miserable mess for me.
For you, it was.
But
because those were predictions. You did say those were predictions.
No, they were
you
not
did,
predictions.
of course. Now
thoughts,
they're not because you were wrong.
And
were you wrong in
ideas.
every match?
No,
Felt like it.
No. Cesaro is the guy. They need to ride him a little bit longer, and I think there's money with Cesaro in a long run. Hey, if you keep the belt on Punk for 390, 700 days, why not do something with the U.S. champ?
The Divas Championship will also be on the line as Eve defends against Caitlyn. This match has been a long time in the making, ever since brutal battle royal.
This is going to be interesting. I mean,
two great talents.
Eve's endorsed. Are there only 3 divas right now on the Raw and SmackDown brand? What happened to Natty? What happened to Foxy? We know Kelly's gone.
Matches recently. AJ, she's back in the division as well.
Wow. I mean, do the people really? You know what? Honestly, I like the theory of Caitlyn.
Yeah.
She's got a great look, a beautiful girl. I think with the right, seasoning and just some more in-ring work, I think she can definitely be a top diva. But Eve is just the prototypical perfect diva. She's well-spoken, she's beautiful, she's smart.
She's endorsed.
She's endorsed, she's engaged. But you know what?
An NBC hit television
There has to be a time, though, when you need to change things up.
Don't do it.
I think Caitlyn, if she's going to be elevated, has got to defeat Eve at the Survivor Series.
That hurts. But you're probably right. That should happen. Not that it will happen, but that should happen. Well, it is a Survivor Series, and we have at least one traditional Survivor Series matchup that will occur. This, just some weeks ago, was the main event of the pay-per-view. Now it is, I guess, a semi-main event of the pay-per-view, or the obligatory 5-man elimination Survivor Series matchup. It is Team Foley, led by Mick Foley, comprised of Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston, Daniel Bryan, Kane, and The Miz, as we found out this past Monday night, versus Team Ziggler, a participating leader of that team, which is comprised of Alberto Del Rio, Wade Barrett, the Barra Barrage, Damian Sandow, and the man who now you must take complete and total responsibility for injuring, because he did get injured this week.
Nothing to do with that.
Whose team is he on?
He's on Team Ziggler.
Whose team is he on in the draft?
Oh, he would be a super friend now, wouldn't he?
So that
you're
would explain
blaming
why
the Cody Rhodes
is
injury
injured.
on me.
Yep, absolutely I am.
Because I'm the career killer.
No, you are the opposite of the Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to copper.
Well, with today's
It's a
economy,
curse.
there's a whole lot of copper out there.
It's a curse.
Okay, that's fine. You know what? You can
Hopefully
blame me.
Cody Rhodes can participate in the matchup, but he was injured. The severity unknown at this time during the taping for the main event matchup this past Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Well, it aired on Wednesday, yes.
Right. And he wasn't even a part of SmackDown.
He was supposed to be,
Right.
but as you saw, conspicuous by his absence when the team came out was Cody Rhodes.
And this was what makes this match so interesting, because now it could go a couple different ways. You got Team Foley, Team Flannel, I want to call it, against Team Ziggler, Team Briefcase. Orton,
Team Rhodes.
Orton, Kofi, Daniel Bryan, Kane, and Miz. Miz is the guy that was voted in by all of you on Twitter. You know what the amazing thing about that was?
That Zack Ryder didn't win it?
Well, Zack Ryder didn't win. I'm not surprised about that, but it was Zack Ryder, Santino, and The Miz. Zack Ryder and Miz were tweeting, vote for me. Santino did not send out one tweet Monday night. That tells me they were afraid that Santino, who is more popular than Miz and Zack Ryder, could have won that.
More popular with children, not
But
with real wrestling
now
fans.
let's go into what's gonna happen here. This match, to be quite honest, doesn't make one bit of difference. This is the throwaway match of the pay-per-view because nobody really comes out ahead. This match right now is designed for The Miz.
And Ziggler and
No,
Rhodes
no,
and Sandow and
not at all.
Barrett
Not at
and
all.
Orton as well.
This match is right now designed for The Miz, and here's why. Because they want to turn him babyface. Or do they? Is this a big setup by Team Ziggler? Does the match go out 5-on-4, and then does The Miz pull the swerve and align himself with Dolph Ziggler's team? I could see that happening. Or is Miz the guy that defeats Dolph Ziggler to win the match for his team? Very interesting. I don't think it makes one bit of difference who wins. They need to start some new storylines coming out of this match, going into the Royal Rumble, going into WrestleMania. You got to figure Team Foley's going to win. How that happens, I don't know. But The Miz is without a shadow of a doubt the most X-Factor-ish, wild-card-ish person in this entire match. Now, but if it is 5-on-5, there's one person I think can take that fifth spot. And
A suitable replacement for Cody Rhodes?
Ricardo Rodriguez. I would not be one bit surprised if ADR's personal ring announcer gets involved in that match. Who else is there? If you really think about it,
Santino or Ryder?
They're baby faces. They're not going to be on Team
That's
Ziggler.
what makes it interesting.
No, trust me on this. It's going to be Ricardo Rodriguez, or it's going to be Tensai. Which please let it be Tensai, because he has yet to be on a pay-per-view at all this year.
And he's also a super friend, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, the curse. All right, the World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line as Big Show defends against a refreshed, hunger in Sheamus.
An agitated Sheamus.
Absolutely. That match happens this Sunday. Will the Big Show walk out still the World Heavyweight Champion and defeating Sheamus?
Well, here's the thing. The thing is this. We're going to get a Big Show Sheamus Part 3.
TLC?
You're going to have to. I think that Big Show retains against Sheamus. I mean, right now it's the second level of development for the Sheamus character. He's been rolling since WrestleMania when he beat Bryan Danielson. What was that?
17 seconds.
17 seconds.
18 seconds.
Unstoppable until he ran into the Big Show. Big Show, he's remotivated.
Yeah.
He is rolling. He's doing some of the best stuff of his career the last 2 months with Sheamus. He's going to be rewarded. These two guys had the best match on the pay-per-view last month. Hands down, Sheamus and Show stole the show. I know there's some out there that think that that's Dolph Ziggler's job, but these two big guys tore the house down. I like Big Show to retain. I like Sheamus to put in another great match with Show, but at the end of the day, it's going to be set up for TLC, Big Show and Sheamus, Part 3.
Does, and we've talked about this for some 3-4 months now, does Dolph Ziggler take advantage of the opportunity against one of these men on Sunday night at Survivor
No,
Series?
he waits until TLC for that train wreck of a match. Did you step on a duck?
No, not at all. Well, Survivor Series this Sunday on pay-per-view, and if you live in the southeastern Wisconsin area, PWR is giving you an exclusive opportunity to come on down and watch the pay-per-view for free.
Free?
No charge. Karma Bar and Grill is presenting the pay-per-view.
That's a four-letter word.
Free basis. The WWE Survivor Series. You can come on down 600 East Ogden in downtown Milwaukee. Plenty of parking, great food, great drinks, great staff, great fun.
I
We're going to be
hear
there
Linda Kay
as
is gonna
well.
be there.
Linda Kay will be in the house, and I don't know, is she bringing her luggage? Duffel bag of doom?
Well, I know she's bringing one of the heroettes with her.
That's Sunday on pay-per-view. Party starts at 6 o'clock p.m. down at Karma Bar and Grill. We didn't talk about the three-way main event for the WWE Championship because we will be covering that matchup in prime time Saturday night. So prime time tomorrow night is where you'll see our thoughts on that matchup, three-way, Punk, Ryback, and Cena. But to summarize what we've talked about so far today, David Hero would say Antonio Cesaro retains the United States Championship against R-Truth. Caitlyn becomes a new Divas champion. Team Foley gets the win on Team Ziggler with heavy focus on the endorsed Miz. Big Show retains his World Heavyweight Championship against Sheamus, and we deliberately didn't talk about the pre-show match. That's the Survivor Series this Sunday on pay-per-view. We'll see you again tomorrow night on primetime Saturday night, where we've got big news on Blizzard Brawl, full discussion on TNA Turning Point, and the three-way main event matchup for Survivor Series this Sunday on pay-per-view. For that one, this is Damian Nelson saying thank you so much for tuning in.